That was part of it. And then, following in the footsteps of My Little Pony and Transformers, you had, of course, G.I. Joe. Unfortunately, behind the scenes, G.I. Joe never made it to theaters because of production reasons. That's why Transformers went ahead. Originally, it was supposed to be G.I. Joe, then Transformers. But Transformers went ahead because they were ahead on schedule. And then also, the reaction that a lot of people had, kids, parents, and everybody had, to the death of Optimus Prime. See, originally, Duke, spoilers here, was supposed to die in G.I. Joe the movie, sacrificing himself to save his brother Falcon. But because they saw the reaction that people gave over the death of Optimus Prime in the Transformers film, they were thankful, I guess, that it was delayed production-wise, because then they re-edited the scene where Duke's supposed to die and just say he went into a coma. So because of that, the whole theatrical run, this whole influx, this whole current era, this era of theatrical films based on toys, these animated theatrical films based on toy lines, on toy franchises that were adapted into animated shows, came to an end, not theatrically, but came to an end, I should say, when G.I. Joe was released, not theatrically, but exclusively on television and on home video. Yeah, G.I. Joe the movie was distributed exclusively on home video through Classic Kids and then Family Home Entertainment and on television. It was never given a theatrical run, even though it was originally planned to. But yeah, when you look at it, when you look at these movies, and along with things like Brave Star, I think that got a limited run in theaters, along with some others I can't really think of. Between 85 and 87, it was definitely a huge influx of animated films based on toy franchises. Now, the one thing a lot of these films had in common, unfortunately, was the fact that they got critically panned. G.I. Joe, I don't think got critically panned because it never went to theaters, so it was fortunate. But they got so critically panned that any other movies based on toy franchises like Gem, because Gem was originally supposed to get a movie too, never got off the ground. They were ceased. They were ceased and halted as they were in production. So, yeah, or they were just scrapped before they even got off the ground. So, yeah, that's the one thing a lot of these movies, with the exception of G.I. Joe, that they have in common. They were all critically panned for the fact that, in the eyes of some critics, they didn't really have any real good story. They didn't have any other real purpose but besides selling toys. That's what they were. And some of them were critically panned, I'm pretty sure, because like with He-Man and She-Ra, and I'm pretty sure with My Little Pony, they were basically serving themselves as pilots for an upcoming animated series later on. And I'm not sure how the critical response was to Secret of the Sword, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a good one. When I'm sure word got out that the movie was actually was a condensation of the five-part miniseries pilot. But yeah, it's hard to believe that 31 years ago you had this influx of animated films based on toy franchises. Now, do we still have them now? Now the thing is, do we still have them today? Absolutely, but they're far and few in between. That's the thing. The far and few in between. But what's ironic is whether you like how they're directed, written, produced, according to a lot of people, the one thing a lot of people will say that they have in common is these are done more correctly, more passionately, and have more of a connection to the source material and a reason for being than what we had 31 years ago. So that's really all I have to say. But yeah, it's hard to believe 31 years ago, about 30 to 31, 32 years ago, we had this influx of animated films based on toy franchises. So that's really all I'm going to say, folks. Let me know what you think down below. Comment if you like, and I'm out.